Welcome back to the Sports Source. This segment brought to you by Safety Systems. If you are looking to add or upgrade a security system at your home or your office, turn to the local leaders. Local installation, local maintenance, good local business. Safety Systems, they offer the best contracts of anyone in the field, local or national. Call VFL JJ Surlis. Ask him about their contracts and how they do it, and you will be very impressed, and you'll wind up with a top-notch security system that you're happy about. Safety Systems. Okay, back with Mike and Chuck. Wanted to have a little fun. It's the 4th of July, and also wanted to do a little patriotic thing here. So I asked the guys to give me some UT football games from the past 40 years that match up with a famous summer event or battle in U.S. history. And look, I'll go ahead and say this now. Football games aren't war. We're not comparing death totals here. No one died in these football games, so no need to email me and say, I'm not doing the Kellen Winslow thing, that we're soldiers. We're just talking about the circumstances of the game and how they might match the circumstances of a particular history-making event in U.S. history, especially in these summer months. So, Declaration of Independence game. Let's go ahead and put this up here and I'll explain what we're talking about. What we're looking for, a breakthrough symbolic victory that showed things would no longer be the same, either for the program or in a specific rivalry. So it had to be kind of a groundbreaking game, symbolic in its nature, a big win for Tennessee, much like the signing of the Declaration of Independence was. Okay, so this is how the silly segment's going to work. We've got 3 more such silly segments. Declaration of Independence game. Your options are Tennessee snaps an 11-game losing streak to Alabama in 1982. And that was a number 2 ranked Alabama team. People forget that. 1985, Tennessee knocks off number 1 Auburn and Bo Jackson. 1986, the end of that year, Tennessee clobbers Miami. And then 1995, this was Josh Ward's entry, Tennessee announces that the Alabama rivalry is about to change for a long, long time with their big win down there at Bama. So, where are you going? What's your vote? What's the Declaration of Independence game for Tennessee?
This is like being the parent of a large family and being asked to pick your favorite child, out of 4 great ones. I narrowed this down to the 80s versus 1995 and tried to pick the best one from the 80s over Alabama in 1995, and I'll tell you why. You declared your independence from Alabama because they had beaten you 9 years in a row, and that was the first play of the game. Wasn't it Peyton Manning, 80 yards, Joey Kent? Not only do you end that losing streak, you win 41-14. And then that started you on a winning streak of your own. So that, to me, I'll put my John Hancock on that game.
You're going with the 90s?
Yes, sir. 95.
Josh, you got one behind you.
Thanks, Josh.
You're a loser, Chuck and Josh.
Now,
the
obvious answer here is 1985 beating Auburn, second game of the year. The Miami Sugar Bowl, that's the great game, but that comes at the end of the year. That's the fireworks. You declared your independence on that day to start SEC season in 1985, beating number 1 Auburn, knocking them off the cover of Sports Illustrated, and that launched Tennessee, declared their independence, that we're going to win our first SEC championship in 16 years.
I can see that, but you're both wrong. It's the Sugar Bowl. It's got to be the Miami victory, because here's the thing: you're declaring you're talking about that season. That victory over Miami declared the program is back. That's why it's such a beloved program.
That was the fireworks at the end. That was the fireworks celebration at the end.
It was announcing this program is back, and for the next 25, 30 years it was.
That was Yorktown.
No, I personally, I'm surprised at the Alabama. To me, you broke an 11-year streak against Alabama in '82.
Yes.
And you were the underdog in winning that one at home. Whereas
you're on the road in '95. And I'll tell you what, at that time, to Coach Majors, there was no other game like that. There was no other win like that.
That's why I would put 82 Alabama over the 95 Alabama. But I certainly wouldn't have Alabama 95 as my number 1 choice.
But the way it ended one streak over somebody that had dominated you, and the way that launched you into being on a winning streak, that was the way that series had gone.
Well, that's what happened in '82 as well.
But I mean,
a longer streak.
And especially to do it starting out, how many Tennessee fans remember the 80-yard Peyton to Kent touchdown pass? I mean, I just like that one is for what it did in that series, and it's all Tennessee and Alabama. And I had the other games up there. I mean, I think they're all You could make a case for all of
I
them.
know, we're just playing.
Right.
Nobody's going to fist fight after this. I
Oh,
don't
no,
think.
no, I understand that.
The
I
Auburn
understand.
thing, that's a good one. It would be even more so if they'd lost Auburn like 5 straight years going into that, I think.
But to me, that launched them to their first SEC championship in 16 years. They said, here we are. We're on Sports Illustrated's cover, not Auburn.
There you go, for 1 year. Sugar Bowl announced it for 25 years. Sugar Bowl. Sugar Bowl is the Declaration of Independence game.
And I've
You
had that
declare
up
as a
there.
program.
Yorktown.
Yeah.
Yorktown. We don't have a Yorktown game, but we do have a Gettysburg game. What do we mean by that? We'll try and explain next. Come on back on the Sports Source.